All right, let's get right into it. We're about to explore an ancient, cryptic text that some believe holds an urgent and final warning specifically for our time. What you're about to hear is an interpretation of a prophecy that says time is almost up.
And right out of the gate, the material we're looking at hits you with this question. Think about it. All of human history, all the struggle, all the survival, for what? It suggests that our generation, right now, is here for a very specific reason, a final purpose.
According to these texts, the world is at a breaking point. It's under the influence of a great deception, symbolized here by this monstrous, multi-headed beast. The message is chillingly clear. The system we live in isn't just broken, it's corrupt by design.
And this is where it gets personal. Because what you think is real, what you've been told is true, it's all starting to crumble. The very foundations are shattering. And the argument is that the choice you make right now in the middle of this collapse will define your entire destiny.
So this brings us to the very heart of the conflict. The text frames it as a final battle, not between nations, but between two completely different realities, two worlds with only two possible outcomes.
The prophecy lays out two paths, and believe me, there is no middle ground. One path leads to what it calls eternal life, a kind of ascension into peace. The other, well, it leads to chaos, destruction, what the texts call eternal damnation.
So let's break down what that choice actually is. It's a choice between two versions of yourself. The old human, that's the person chained to this physical, decaying world, totally run by ego and pain. But then there's the new human, free from all that, connected to a higher truth.
The prophecy, which comes from the book of Daniel, warns that a protector will arrive. But it also foretells a time of global distress so severe, it's unlike anything humanity has ever seen before. This isn't just another hard time in history, it's the final, most intense trial.
So where does this all come from? We're about to unpack the ancient code at the heart of it all, the prophecy from the book of Daniel that supposedly maps out this entire endgame.
Okay, here it is, the timeline at the core of the warning. Think of it like a prophetic clock. It's broken into three parts. The first two parts are interpreted as ancient history, but the part that matters for this warning, the part that should give you chills, is that final week, a 7-year period of tribulation that these texts claim we are right on the edge of.
Now, the prophecy originally spoke of 4 great kingdoms, 4 empires, that would battle for land and power in the ancient world. That was the old way of seeing it, a physical battle.
But look at this. The same map gets a total reboot for our time. The fight is no longer over geography. The 4 realms now represent a global war for information, for technology, and for human consciousness itself.
And that right there is the absolute key. This interpretation says the final battle won't be fought with tanks and bombs. It's being fought right now, for control of your mind.
These ancient symbols are given terrifyingly modern meanings. The Northern Fleet isn't a navy, it's a technological force. The Clash of Horns is a global power struggle, but the most chilling one? The Little Horn. It's interpreted as a controlling intelligence that rises from deception, a system of rule by algorithm that quietly replaces your free will with automated control. Sound familiar?
This entire era we're living in is called the Third Genesis. It's not about creating the universe, it's about creating a new reality. It's the moment the old world of lies smashes head-on into a new world of truth. And this isn't just a simple transition, it is an all-out war for the human soul.
The plan of this deceptive force is laid out in 3 stages. First, build a system of lies. Third, establish a new order. But guess where we are right now? We are in stage 2, the most critical phase, the battle for consciousness. This is it. This is the moment.
And here it is, the part that should make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. A deadline. The prophecy's clock of the end has been ticking. And according to this interpretation, that critical window, the time for humanity to make its choice, it closes in the year 2026. This is not a distant threat. It's an urgent, final call.
So let's bring all this cosmic end-of-the-world stuff right back down to Earth, right back to you. Because the whole point of this warning is that this is not a movie you're watching. This is a personal verdict.
And this is maybe the most important thing to understand. This fight between truth and lies, between the old world and the new, it is not happening out there. It's happening inside of you. You aren't just a witness. You are the battleground. So we end where we began, with a choice. Will you stay attached to the old world, the system of ego and control that this prophecy says is doomed to fall? Or will you break free, choose truth, and ascend to become the new human? The deadline is coming.
The final verse from Daniel offers this one last piece of advice. It's a message about holding your course, about seeing it through to the very end. The choice, according to this ancient warning, is yours alone, and that choice will echo for eternity.